Hello everybody. Today we will discuss a topic. Today's topic is life under microscope. It's a very interesting topic, isn't it? Today we will progress with the topic that what life looks like under the microscope. It is not only interesting, it's very surprising that a very big life it's going on under the microscope which we cannot see. So, student, we will today discuss that how the life goes on under the microscope. We can divide our total animal world in five categories. Okay, and these five categories we will just have a look how we divide. First one is that Monera, next is the Protista, then is the fungi, then is the plantae, and then is the animal. So have a look at this slide and we will discuss one by one. So we will discuss the Monera category. What is Monera? Monera is the bacteria. And what is bacteria? That we all know. Because bacteria is something we live and live with them, and not only live with them, they are some bacteria are pathogens, means they are harmful, and some bacteria they are not pathogens, they are very friendly and helpful to us. So we will discuss how this bacteria goes like. So this Monera category is only consist of bacteria and different types of bacteria which we can see only under the microscope. So next we what we will discuss that bacteria is of not only a different types, it's a very peculiar body structure also, because they most of the bacteria they are unicellular, means only one cell is a life. Isn't it very surprising? Only one cell, they they are lively, they live independently. And how their body structure look like, they have a cell wall protecting the cell, then under the cell wall that is cytoplasmic membrane, and cytoplasmic membrane protects the inside of the cell materials. But the particular thing that Monera or category or bacteria they are having, that they are prokaryote cell. What is prokaryotes? It means they have no cell organelles, only a naked nucleolide, that is DNA or RNA bearing nucleolide, but no membrane bound nucleus. So bacteria they are unicellular, they are having cell wall, cytoplasmic membrane, and no membrane bound cell organelles or nucleolus. So that is the structure. And what is the peculiarity of that? What is about their metabolism? How they feed? First, firstly, we discussed that they are pathogens or friendly. So it relates to their metabolism. Some bacteria are autotrophs, means they can prepare their food like plant. So they are photosynthetic. But some bacteria are chemosynthetic. We will discuss it later. And few bacteria are heterotrophs. It means they depend on other for their food. So for bacteria, how their metabolism goes on, they are either autotrophs or heterotrophs. Okay, so Body structure we have already discussed, and metabolism we have discussed, and then we we will go to their reproduction. How they reproduce? They are very simple type because they are unicellular. So their reproduction is mainly by fission. Fission means what? They just go on dividing and go on producing one cell to many cells, similar type of many cells. And next is the formation of spores in unfavorable condition. What is that? If the condition is living condition is not favorable, they form a spore. Inside the spore, the live bacteria is there, but they don't show any life indication. So that is the spore. And a very typical type of reproduction we can see in some bacteria, that is sexual reproduction by primitive type of DNA transfer from one bacterium to another. So this is their reproduction type. And lastly, we will discuss about the different shapes. That is the different shapes of bacteria. We know that we have seen many pictures of bacteria, but we have categorized that bacteria according to their shapes. Spiralium. Spiralium, it sounds like something spiral. Spiral, we all know. It's what is that? It is something very spiral or like a knot. And another type is the coccus. Coccus is something it looks like a spherical or rounded. And bacillus is just like a rod shape. It's a very simple shape. It's a rod, small stick like. And then is a very peculiar shape, that is vibrio, that is comma like shape. And we all know that there are different types of bacteria we are very much known to us, that is pneumonia bacterium, that is diplococcus pneumonia, then vibrio cholerae, pylori H. These are the different types of bacteria we are very familiar with, but their name suggest, some bacteria's name suggest their shape. Some we know that how the shapes looks like. And lastly, we will discuss about the types of bacteria. It's a very important part of this topic. Bacteria, it is coming under the first category, that is Monera. Okay, but the types of bacteria, that is the three mainly different types of bacteria we are associated with, that is Eubacteria, Archaebacteria, and Mycoplasma. Eubacteria is the true bacteria in true sense. It means they have a rigid cell wall. So rigid cell wall means they have a definite cell shape. And cyanobacteria is the example of this true bacteria. The cyanobacteria is also called blue-green algae because they are photosynthetic organisms. They can prepare their food by themselves. And other bacteria are nitrogen fixing bacteria is Anabaena and Nostoc. These are the true bacteria in sense. Next type of is the Archaebacteria. These bacteria are called living fossils because these bacteria can stay in a very extreme condition like high temperature, salty water, marshy area. The cell wall is very different from other bacteria, which makes them fit to live in extreme condition. The last one is the Mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is the smallest bacteria and They are quite different from other bacteria because they don't have any cell wall, and so they don't have any definite cell shape. They are heterotrophs and pathogens to human. They can live without oxygen. So it is not a true bacteria in true sense. This is a very typical type of bacteria. So this is the end of today's session, and please wait for our next session, and please subscribe to my channel, and for notification please press the bell icon. Thank you.